To the live.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
Well, here we go. It's the man that promises you nothing and delivers. It's the veritable man motor mouth. It's Road Woods who feels the need to call himself Rob Vega. It somehow makes him feel important. Anyway, do have a listen and try not to throw up.
Dude, that is some hip music. That is, I feel like that is really good. I feel like the Peanuts gang is going to come in and they're going to be dancing and they're going to be on the bass. And then David left. That's how hip it was.
I know. He doesn't know how to take a compliment. Clearly.
I see that. He just disappeared. It's like David, that was hip music, and he goes.
As soon as you said how wonderful it was. Oh, wait a minute. Are you there?
He's back now. He was back. Here, I'll try to add it again. There you go. Are you staying this time, Dave, or are you leaving?
Yeah, the problem is, and it's a bug that I have continuously because I run the credits, I think, when everything goes off, don't get any sound, nothing.
Okay, I can run the credits. Don't worry. It's okay. I got it.
So, yeah.
We were just saying how hip that music was. And for a man of your age playing such hip music, we were like, wow, I didn't know that people that were like dead could do that. That is tears coming from.
Well, because, now Mr. Vega is going to be with us on a slightly less flexible schedule.
Right.
And the show, the show was sort of reasonably serious last time we were out. Then I thought, well, yeah, let's have new graphics, a little bit of music.
Okay, all right, a bit more urban.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know exactly what urban means, but
I rest my case.
I know what urban is.
I don't know what it means. Just sounds.
I know what urban is because you can smoke it, but
Well, that's herbal.
Yes, you can.
Herbal. That's a herbal.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Are you a weed? Are you a weed man, Dave? Is that you do the?
I was for many years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That explains.
I read something recently. I read something recently which said they are now every now and again. It's like coffee. It's literally like water. They one minute it's good for you, then it's bad for you, then it's good for you, then it's bad for you. And as my grandfather always said, could be. Don't bring that. No, don't want to talk about my sciatica. People don't want to know about that. They really don't want to know about that.
Yeah,
but
it's a muscle reaction, you see.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, my grandfather said to me, the thing that's most dangerous is living, because eventually it kills you.
Very true.
Eventually kills you. In fact, the thing that kills you fastest is worrying about the things that are going to kill you fastest.
Yes,
and
that means you die 1,000 deaths. When you start worrying about things that are going to kill you, you'll die 1,000 times. If you live your life and enjoy the moment, at the moment you're in, like I enjoy the moments of the shows and the moments when I'm out and traveling, whatever. You enjoy the moment. You only die once. So I'm very much a only die once kind of guy.
Don't you find it odd? This just seems to be we almost live in this world where there's like a supposed preponderance of truth. Everybody's talking about their truth, and it just seems like we're drowning in utter bullshit. Mm-hmm. Everybody has got a solution to something, and it seems like the more solutions that people come up with, the further from a solution we actually are. It just seems it cannot all be true.
I've got a very special bullshit snorkel that I use. So
a bullshit snorkel. Oh,
yeah.
Running on the deck. Yes.
Yeah. So I could just
like one of those SUVs. You know those SUVs with the
bullshit. Yeah, that's what you need.
Except not water. Bullshit. I guess.
To get through.
Okay.
To get
I
through
need one of those.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs one of those. Yeah.
I think we should have one in the merch. I think we should have one in the merch store. I think like
kind of like now, kind of like this bullshit right now. I feel like I'm drowning right now. This literally is utter bullshit, which is really the nature of the show.
Before we go off the bullshit topic and the self-help, if you remember in the 60s and 70s, every other day there was a self-help book or a self-help guru coming out.
I wasn't around.
Yeah. I was, and I'm talking the 1860s and 70s, by the way.
Wow.
So what's happening?
So
I know
you and Joe,
it's been a while.
You and
And
Joe.
I actually, in the year 60 and 70, when right after the planet cooled, the guys were self-helping, but they would use chisels and do it on the caves.
Right.
So the interesting part about the self-help is that they've been writing these books. So there's always been these self-help people. So now with TikTok and Instagram, the gurus just come on and give you 30 seconds of whatever bullshit. And then you have to figure it out for yourself. And I'm like, some of the stuff they're saying, definitely wrong. Some of the things they show people, definitely wrong. And I'm like, but they want you to subscribe for a fee to their whatever. And I'm like, if you're really trying to help people, just do it for free. If they like you, they follow you, you'll make money with advertisers, not like some ridiculous BS.
I gotta say, without giving this guy any mileage, and I'm not going to give him any mileage because I'm sure he's like many others. But speaking of Instagram, something came up on my little feed. There's this chap teaching people how to sing, and he was crap, and now he sounds like, I don't know, an angel. And I thought, that's just not possible. That is, I know intuitively that is horseshit, but there are so many people.
But are you questioning the result, or are you questioning the fact that he cheated singing badly to start off with?
Well, maybe he was faking it before. I'm not sure. Or maybe the new singing, or what he purports to be able to do now, because he's self-taught and he wants to show you how to do that. Maybe that's BS. I don't know. I think it's just very difficult. It's this whole bullshit era we live in. Nothing is. And as you said last time, Steve, and we mentioned, the key is, books. That's, books, reading. And because online, as has been shown with things like technology and AI and whatever, we can create any truth we want, anything, easily.
Well, talk about being online. We're going to push this show right to the top of everybody's list, because I'm going to go #Harry, #Meghan, and it would Meghan.
Suddenly I got to
Yeah, because it would appear that if you say that, it would appear if you say that, or if it's hashtagged anywhere, that it races you up the top of the bullshit ladder, and you get right. So I just thought I'd jump it in, put it in the show, make sure we get to the top.
But you know what, Dave?
Shall I stop now?
You can do it. Have at it, sure. But the fact that actually works is quite disturbing, and it probably will.
Yes.
But it highlights the fact. I mean, we've got this whole fight with probably one of the greatest fighters that ever lived, Mike Tyson, and he's fighting this thing, this YouTuber thing. Yeah. And now, when I was a kid, and I'm sure it's the same with you guys, even as recently as 10 years ago, if someone had proposed that, you would have gone, that violates so many health and safety regulations. It's not even funny. It's ridiculous. Why would you even suggest that? The fact that there are people who are going to pay money or who actually think that result might be genuine is the thing that worries me. I've never worried about the politicians. They're all idiots. We know that. Yeah. It's the level of idiocy of the people who follow that crap, who don't do the research. The fact that people think that is even real. Mike Tyson, are you kidding me? I say to folks, go online and have a look at what he's done to people, big people, anybody. There's something, I mean, it's insane. I mean, he was 20. He was 20 years old when he won the world heavyweight crown, and he couldn't even celebrate it with a drink, which I thought was preposterous. But anyway, because, that's a whole other thing. You can.
But I have a question.
Beat people up, you can't drink.
So do you think that I love Mike Tyson, by the way. I thought he was one of the greatest fighters outside of Muhammad Ali, who I got to watch when I was a kid. Once again, I got to watch him. I got to watch George Foreman. I got to watch Ali and Cassius and
Sugar Ray Leonard.
No, Cassius Clay was him. Who's the guy that he fought? Oh, his world famous Thrilla in Manila fight with not George Foreman.
Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the Jungle. I forget who it was with, but I got to watch him. Foreman. Not Foreman. Yeah. It was the other guy because he was.
Because you bought a barbecue from him, didn't you? So.
No, Cassius Clay / Muhammad Ali is Muhammad. Then he fought his. I'll Google it when we're done. But anyway, so outside of Muhammad Ali and the guy that he would fight, Joe Frazier, It was Joe Frazier. Okay, there we go. Joe Frazier. I'm awake.
I think
And
I
George
heard that.
Foreman. Yeah, maybe. And George Foreman, I thought was a pretty good fighter. Vandy Holyfield, a good fighter. And I didn't get to see Rocky Graziano and all these other guys, but I've seen the videos. Mike Tyson, excuse me, was one, in my opinion, the greatest fighters, because he was just and I mean this as a compliment to him, an animal. And he would go in there and destroy you. He did his job. So my question then to you is, do you think this fight with Jake Paul is fake, where they're going to pay Michael to lose, or are you going to pay him to hold back? I don't see him holding back. I see Michael I saw a training video that he put out the other day.
I think somebody said to him, "You've got a hole in your pension fund, and if you'd like to put a hole in somebody's face, i.e. this numpty Jake Paul guy, then you can fill up both holes." I think that's basically what's going to happen.
You think he's short of cash, do you, Mike?
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. So his coffee shop in Amsterdam's doing okay, but hey,
he has a coffee shop in Amsterdam.
I thought he just I just think, like, I've seen his podcast. It's very cool when he talks. I know he's into cannabis and stuff. I'm like, that good for you. I know he's making money. I think someone just they offered him stupid money, and I think Mike's in his 50s now. Maybe late 40s. We can Google it.
88,000 seater stadium.
So okay, he's 57. He's 57 years old. He still looks like he's in his 20s. He's still built like a tank. I'm going to assume, and I've seen his workout. Like I said, he's put his workout out for this fight, and he literally says, "I'm going to destroy Jake Paul." And I'm like, okay, I'm not a fan of Jake Paul, so I'm like, go Mike. And I watch his stuff, and I'm like, this guy has got like his animal instincts from his 20s back in. And I'm just like, this is going to be, if this is a real fight, I mean, and real fight, not some BS Merriweather Packy fight.
Is it a real fight?
Yeah. I think that's the question I have.
Is this a real fight? Or is it just some influence of being?
Yeah, it seems like for these crossover stuff, like Tyson Fury fighting the cage fighter, Saudi.
It's bizarre. It's a guy, David and Goliath, except David is a YouTube influencer and Goliath has got all the weapons. It's not. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make. But having said that, it has created a lot of chat, which I guess is the point of the whole thing. That's the real. Maybe they just
said to him, "Mike, be nice. At least let him have one round, or at least
Mike Tyson." Yeah.
But or at least
Tyson's going to go in there. If he's the old Mike Tyson, I think Tyson's going to go in there round one and beat him like a wet rag. Yeah, if it goes to round two, I'll be shocked because, like I said, I'm watching this guy train. Yeah. So
here's the thing that I found interesting. People have said, "Oh, well, he's old, and he, can he go several rounds?" And I actually jumped on one of the feeds and I said, have you ever actually watched Mike Tyson fights? They don't really go that long. So I don't think I don't think you have to worry about how long the fight is. But what it tells you is how little people know. He didn't go toe to toe with people round after round after round. That wasn't Mike Tyson. He went in there and goodbye, quick. And some heavyweight, excuse the pun. I mean, that's what he did. So I don't think there's any concern as to. I don't think he's going to put the kettle on or whatever it is, whatever beverage you like. This shouldn't take long. I'll see you in a minute. And
I was just going to say,
if he doesn't do that,
maybe they don't.
If that doesn't happen,
right?
Then I call bullshit. If that doesn't happen, then I call bullshit. Then it's.
And how many rounds are they fighting? Do we know? Is it a 3-rounder or a full fight?
No, but even the women don't. Heavyweights don't do full rounds.
Five. I mean, a proper heavyweight fight. What is it? It used to be 15, but it won't be 15.
Right, and then I think they went to 12, and now it's 10.
Is it 10 now?
10 or 12. It used to be. Here, let's just do this.
But the thing is, Tyson, I mean, does Mike, if he's going to get his purse anyway, he's going to have a cut of the gate. Was 88,000?
That's really yeah.
88,000 in the stadium or something. He'll probably get a cut of the TV stuff to go with it.
I'm sure he will.
He doesn't need to be there with his sponsored shorts on for any longer than a couple of good punches, does he? And then, like, as you say, it's good night Vienna, and he's off home.
Okay, so here, just so you know, guys, here's what we have. This is the little bit that I can find really quick. Jake Paul is 27. Mike Tyson is 57. 30-year difference. That's going to be at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and it will be aired by Netflix as well. Oh, I'm going to watch it. It's July 20th, but it's going to be 2-minute rounds rather than 3-minute rounds, and no official judges to score the fight. The 16-ounce boxing gloves rather than 10-ounce boxing gloves. Tyson used to deliver the most devastating knockout in boxing history. So basically, they're going to dumb the fight down so Jake Paul doesn't get hurt.
Well, okay. I think, to be honest, Stephen, I think if Mike Tyson hit me with a 16-ounce glove or a 10-ounce, I think the result would be exactly the same.
Yep,
I think it'll be A&E for me, and but.
The fight I was really looking forward to. This one to me is BS. But the fight that I was really looking forward to, and it looked like it was going to happen, was the Musk Zuckerberg fight. I thought that would have been. That would have been.
Yeah, great. I mean, Zuckerberg was up for it, wasn't he? Big time.
That was a good fight. That would have been a good fight. I like that one.
What about Zuckerberg, Dave?
Oh, he was up for it, wasn't he? He was all trained, doing his stuff and everything. And
but I mean, with all due respect. No due respect. I mean, it's Zuckerberg and Elon. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but it just means he's just going to thump him in the nuts, doesn't it? And have done with it. So.
I don't know. It's just why.
I just think it's funny that they're going to 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. I just, in my mind, it's sort of like Jake Paul already knows he's going to get the crap beat out of him, so he's already like, listen, let's just do 10 2-minute rounds. And let's just do really big, like those. Remember Foxy Boxing when the girls used to come out with gloves the size of a VW to hit each other? Let's just come out with those gloves. So when Mike's beating the shit out of me, I don't get hurt that much. That's literally what this is looking like.
But he's going to eat out on that for the rest of his life, isn't he? And he fought Tyson. He's going to eat out on that.
There's a lot of extra padding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gentlemen?
Yes.
Gentlemen? Hello?
Yes. Yeah, we're here.
Oh,
yeah, we're here.
We see you.
Can you see me?
There. Yeah, we see you.
All right.
You're good.
See you and his.
As I say, I've got this new thing in my office, and it's doing some strange things. All right.
We see you and hear you.
We see you and hear you. So.
All right. Good.
I was just saying that Jake Paul's going to eat out on that for the rest of his life, because how many people could say that even if he gets his ass kicked, which he will. They would just say, I got into
just getting back to the point of the discussion, which was bullshit.
Right.
And this is this
bullshit
kid
snorters, actually, was the point of the discussion.
and this kid obviously king of bullshit. I mean, I have no problem. I said this before. I have no problem with talent.
Right.
Talent making money. Proper, selected, whatever talent, and you have a skill. And you practice and it becomes an employable, marketable talent, whatever it is, whether you're a basketball player, whatever it is that you do, you have the skill, you practice, you achieve something, you have the brains, you get the degree, and you work hard and you achieve. So skill, practice, that part, that basic human thing where you can do something, you practice it and you get better and then you make money. I fail to understand. I mean, I know it's there and it is what it is, but this whole thing of, I mean, I don't know if the Kardashians started it, but it was of that era. Thank you, Kris Jenner, who started this era of bullshit where people who had no marketable skills, no talent whatsoever, will now make millions out of the fact that they are literally these vacuous, nothing, showy people. Mm-hmm. It's what exactly, in what way do they enrich anything? And that's what I'm. Part of me is frustrated by it. Part of me is fascinated. Part of me is annoyed. Part of me is jealous. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just how do people manage to market bullshit on that scale and make millions of dollars out of it, or pounds or rands or whatever? And yet there are people who are working their asses off, looking at this, saying, "What is the thing?" You're in the theater and you're looking at the audience, and they're all focused on the screen like that.
All
You're
right.
going, what exactly are you enjoying? What is it? And my wife once said to me, she said, in no specific way, she said, it's almost as if people have such shitty lives, that they look at these people and they go, there's someone who has a more shitty life than me, except they're making money. So maybe their life isn't so shitty. I don't know. Or you got problems. You got all these problems, and these people have got bigger problems, and I'm going to watch them have those problems, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Right.
What is it? What is it about?
I think it's an element of that. I once had a discussion with my daughter because we had, for I don't know, E Entertainment or something on one of the cables feeds we had, which got stopped PDQ because she was just got addicted to it. And I said, well, you're spending your life watching other people live their lives, and I don't know, maybe somebody has said, you know what, let's make a show where there's enough Velcro, for want of a better word, in what we're presenting, that people want to talk about it. So now people have got something to talk about. They talk about the Kardashians. We're talking about them. So there's something
with a level of incredulity, whatever that, which I can't hold back. It's fascinating to me. It's not so much the Kardashians. I never watched that. I mean, I haven't. But you hear so much about them, and you go, oh. When I first heard about them, I thought, oh, there must be something they do.
Right.
Nothing. There isn't anything. They're not talented sports people. They haven't invented anything. They haven't. Right. What exactly have they done? And with all their millions and billions, they're not even the most charitable people. So what exactly is it that we are?
Are they not part of the American dream then? Because they come from families.
I don't know what it is.
And,
no. They came from wait, David. They came from money. Their dad, Rob Kardashian, was a defense attorney. He's the one who helped OJ get off. So he had money. So let's not go that they came.
Yeah, but
from
where
nothing.
did the Kardashians originally come from? Albania or somewhere?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like the dad made money and whatever. So the thing is you have to think not as an influencer or anything else. You have to think as an advertiser. So the reason that any of our shows on 20F Entertainment, none of them will be on E Entertainment. They may be on CNN or Bloomberg or Fox. You never know. Because
that's been a highlight.
Because we speak actual, for lack of a better term, we actually say what's on our mind, and usually 99% of the time, pretty factual. We try to fact check, and it's truthful. Nobody holds any punches. And nobody's trying to
vaguely true. I think.
Vaguely true. Nobody's trying to get on anybody's knees, or as Donald Trump likes to dance. So no one's trying to do that. So because of that, a sponsor is going to be having a hard time to want to sponsor some of our shows. Now, we got a letter the other day from a Humidor sponsor, and I'm like, sure, you can sponsor a couple of our shows. It'll be great. But, like Coca-Cola is not coming to us. McDonald's isn't going to come to us because our material requires you to think. So The Economist or Financial Times or Bloomberg would sponsor something that we do because we don't appeal to the 14-year-olds. And that could be whether you're really 14 or you're somewhere between 14 and 114, because we don't do bullshit. We do real shows, real topics, real whatever, and we don't sugarcoat.
Hold on, Stephen.
Yeah.
Prince Harry and Mark.
Here we go.
Okay. Get it in there. Yeah. Hashtag.
Okay.
It'll help. You watch. Numbers are
what are we? Okay.
We just have to work with them. He's senile. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know where he is. He thinks he's at Buckingham Palace. Anyway,
but we don't. If you look at the stats anyway, isn't it? We don't have people of under 25 really who
follow us.
Watch what we do. And if you read some of the remarks which I've been reading, because I like a good chuckle, and most of them are all about how wonderful you are, Stephen. Not.
Right.
Then they're just, you just think what.
Well,
and that's
we're a talk
when
show.
You read that, you just think to yourself, my God, there's a whole ocean of people out there who
we still haven't identified something. There's
They've
something
got their head stuck up their asses. But anyway.
I'm listening to all this, and I'm still not hearing a reason why you would care about some lout who wanted to. I mean, everybody wants to make money.
That's because Hollywood or Hollywood globally makes it for you to care. That's all.
Hang on. There was more in the sentence. Okay. What I'm saying is that what I'm fascinated by is everybody, whoever you are, everybody wants to make money and so on and so forth. I don't question the motives of the Jake Pauls, of the Kardashians to want to make money. That is perfectly understandable. But the thing I'm fascinated by is if you're in a group of people and or a world, and someone stands up and says, "Oh, I like making money," and everyone goes, "Oh, look at them! They like money and they like flash, and let's look at them." What am I looking at? What is the reason? What is the catalyst? What is the thing that stimulates me to want to follow that person who has no substance? They haven't demonstrated a demonstrable ability or a discernible talent or whatever you want to call it that gets me to pay attention to them. They're not. What is the thing that turns somebody of no substance into someone with lots of money? What is it? Obviously, everyone wants to be wealthy. I understand that. But what have they done? They've just shouted crap about stuff, and people go, I can't. The appeal is the part that I'm
because Hollywood, the Hollywood PR machine globally, let's say, pushes it out. So if somebody watched our, if somebody watches our show and they are just say it's somebody at Sony Entertainment and they go, listen, for Universal, all these three guys, these are the guys. We're going to make them instant famous overnight. We're going to promote the shit out of them. We would be and we would be famous tomorrow because they push it. So somebody, it's kind of like an artist. Some gallery has to believe your crap, put it on a wall, and tell everybody it's worth $1 million. It's the same thing. These people, to your point, there's no social value. There's no substance. There's no this. So what happens is it's their PR company. It's who you know. It's how you get from A to Z. And then it becomes the teeny boppers that follow you.
Yeah. Now you're the second. I mean, Dave said this and you've said this. Teeny boppers follow this crap. Well, mate, I don't know. My teeny boppers, my kids, certainly when I was a teenager, I didn't follow crap like that. I followed things that I liked. Cars,
but that's different. Different world.
Hang on. Somebody offered me something that would. I don't know. There was something, a good-looking woman, or whatever it was. There was something that would appeal to me. There was a quality, a sportsman or a singer. They were doing something. These people are not doing or offering anything that draws your attention to them. Because the logic is, I could walk into a talent agency anywhere in the world, and I have zero talent. I walk in and I go, I want to be famous. Yeah. Sure, hon, buddy. Everybody does. And then for some reason, someone jumps out of an office and goes, you won the lottery. Let's make you famous. For no reason. None. Zero. What is the thing that prompts somebody to come out of an office or get them to get behind them? What is that? What is that thing?
I think part of it is and a lot of people that I've met over the years, a lot of them will tell you back in the day it was luck. It was your look. It was luck. Nowadays, it's, you get some, whether it's a girl or a guy, they come on scantily clothed, or they do whatever, or they do stupid shit, or they give money away, and they get 10 million followers. So what happens is advertisers, and when I say teeny boppers, once again, whether you're 6 years old or 106, everyone in between, then they start to get followers. That makes them popular because you're doing something that everybody says, oh, that's really cool. And to your point, that's not, there's no value to it. It's just that people want to watch it because they want to feel good about themselves. Yeah. So they have to watch something else. People don't live life anymore themselves. They live it vicariously through Instagram.
Are these
TikTok,
influencers then? Are the influencers then? Are they fueled by our social envy?
No, they're fueled by sponsors, and people are stupid enough to believe the crap they put on. When some influencer goes, "I'm not being sponsored by whatever car," and I'm like, "Really?" Because The thing I just read said they just gave you $1 million to talk about the car.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do that here in Europe. So you have to say you have to own up to it. Simple.
But that's what's happening. It's like everybody wants to be famous. They want this 15 minutes, and it's kind of like, I don't get it. I mean, like, I like what we do. I was on the radio back in the day. We had a show every Sunday, like a Wall Street Report thing. It was very fun, but I didn't do any of it to famous. I just enjoy it. So this channel, when it started, as most everybody knows, or Roll knows, it was kind of like, all right, let's just see. And now it's grown into something, but we're not doing it for the fame. It's fun to do. It's fun to give an opinion. It's fun to talk to different people and learn things. But some of these people, this is their job 24/7. So they have to take selfies every 10 seconds. They have to do this. They have, we just do the show. So it's much different. I mean, this is their lives. They can't have a bad day.
I've got it. So we worship narcissism. That's what we do.
Yes.
We like that.
Yeah.
We worship narcissism.
While we're in this huge bath of envy, which sloshes up and down.
Yeah.
And I understand some people are like that, but it just seemed. Oh, here we go. Idiocracy. That was it. Have you seen that?
Idiocracy. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson, which is
my business card for many years.
To a large extent, what we're talking about now. Look, I guess what I'm saying is that I expect that some people might like. This is like the jackass phenomenon. I actually get the jackass phenomenon. I get it. I understand that. Johnny Knoxville and all of them. I get that, doing stupid crap and potentially, I don't know, getting injured or whatever. I get that. As dumb as it was, there was some entertainment. Well, there was quite a lot of entertainment value to that. I get all that. I do. But it seems like the new age of people that are getting all this traction, there isn't anything substantive to begin with why I would listen to them now. That's what I hear all sorts of critical thinkers and people saying, why do we care what entertainers think? Why do we care what sportsmen think? Well, maybe you shouldn't draw your political beliefs from sportsmen, but the reason why they have a platform is because, I don't know, they've won championships. They've actually done something with their lives. They've achieved something. They really have.
That doesn't mean they did. Just because you win a championship, that doesn't mean you've done anything with your life. That means you've done one thing. There's a difference.
And what I'm saying is it puts you on some sort of a celebrity platform. And then opinions come out of these people and so on and so forth. Same with actors and so forth. I get that. There was a path for them to get there. There was luck, call it talent, whatever you will, and they are there now. But these other folks are on that same podium platform level, spouting all this crap, and you go, how did they get up there? Who let them up there? Why are they there? What is it that they've got? And that's the thing that fascinates me. And they seem to be commanding an extraordinary amount of attention for absolutely no reason and zero credibility.
Because they're famous. That's it.
Isn't that what Simon Cowell, fed straight into that? He called it the X Factor. It's a statement that's, it's from 20.
Who called it the X Factor?
Wasn't it? He put a whole load of shows up. It used to be.
Who? We're looking for a name.
Oh, Simon Cowell.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So he started X Factor and to America's Got Talent and all the rest of it. It's all and everybody's seeing that as they go, oh wow, it's a nice warm fuzzy feeling. Somebody's doing something. It's entertaining, but it's quite shallow, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Can I change the direction a bit?
Sure. Okay.
Because the bullshit. My snorkel is starting to take in bullshit now. I'm drowning. So, but it's not that much of a change of direction. But I want to get your thoughts on, and you've seen it a lot in entertainment, and it's affecting movies. I definitely think it's affecting box office, and it's affecting the success of series and movies. In that we've kind of moved away from entertainment, and very often a story has got a good story or plot. there is a point. There are protagonists, and you've got your villain and all of that. And maybe there's a bit of a moral story that comes through, maybe a little bit of a lesson or not. But it seems like there are a lot of very strong, should we call it, political views that are snaking their way into a lot of. I don't necessarily disagree with some of them, but the point is, for me, entertainment should be entertainment. I just want to be entertained. I've had a lousy day or tough day. I want to sit down and watch my favorite police drama or crime drama. And I don't, me personally, I don't know if that's about you, I don't want someone to start highlighting how bigoted or non-bigoted a particular situation is. I'm not there. I don't tune in to entertainment to watch a documentary about political beliefs. That's not what I want. And you see, I put it to you that there's a lot of that's coming through in entertainment and movies. And at the same time, there's a lot of folks saying a lot of movies are bombing, a lot of series are bombing. And I'm saying, yeah, because people just want to be entertained. They really need to be entertained. They don't
out with the popcorn. Just sitting there.
Yeah, what are we sitting there? We finish the show and then we discuss, the state of the world. No, we don't. We just want to be entertained. We want a good drama, some raw emotions, bang, and it's over, done, finished. But this is why Maverick did so well. This is why Top Gun did so well, and it's one of the reasons why I don't know him personally. His personal views that's his business. But a guy like Tom Cruise, for me, gets movie making. It's about big plots, big scenes, have fun. Who gives a shit whether it's plausible? That doesn't matter. But it's
Wait a
good.
second. Wait. His last Mission Impossible was a political statement about AI. So he knows how to make movies, but he knows how to hide the political statement. And his last movie, Maverick, was also a political statement.
I wasn't talking about Mission Impossible. I was talking about Top Gun. Mission Impossible.
But his first Top Gun was okay. His first Top Gun was okay, but Maverick was a political statement because the Chinese government made them take off the digitally remove the Taiwanese flag from his flight jacket. So there's a whole bunch of things.
But you're missing my point.
I get your point. He knows how to make a movie that's entertaining and keep the political statements to a low. I got that. But to your other point,
they're talking about politics.
Sorry, the fact you've even brought it up actually highlights the point I'm trying to make inadvertently. That this stuff creeps into. Yeah, I must admit, now that you brought it up, I didn't enjoy that part of it. It was unnecessary, and that me personally, I don't want. If I'm going to watch Top Gun or I'm going to watch Mission Impossible, I want to see shit getting blown up. I want to see. A nail-biting, bomb-diffusing scenes,
like James Bond.
That's what I want to see. Yeah,
you want James Bond. I want James Bond where you have gadgets that don't exist, where they run around the world and they blow stuff up with hot chicks. That's it.
I know from my personal situation, my family situation. I know about bigotry. I know about racism. I know about all these things. I know about them. You don't have to convince me. I know that.
Right.
And when we have that discussion in a like now or whenever it is, that's fine. But if I'm watching, I come home and I want to see a cop drama and I want to see some justice being done, like Lee Child, who wrote the Jack Reacher series, it's just the reason why that does so well. It's just about it's the savior. It's the savior character. Just fix shit. And this is what people want. It's an enduring character that people look to.
Well, what about things like gardening programs? Because I caught the tail end of a story. Gardening programs. I caught the tail end of a listen. I caught the tail end of a news release that one of the gardeners, I think probably because he was in a show that they were showing on North Korean TV.
Yes, Alan Titchmarsh. He was wearing jeans.
He was wearing jeans.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well. Okay.
So
Dave,
because jeans are the ultimate statement of imperialist capitalist world that we live in. So even a gardener, I mean, let alone somebody like Jeremy Clarkson, I mean they wouldn't even let him in anyway. But or any pop star, anybody wearing denim on denim, I mean.
So don't perform in North Korea. Problem
Yeah,
solved.
but you were talking about politics in entertainment. It's even if you're not trying to make a statement, the politics makes a statement about the entertainment. That's the point.
What I'm trying to say is, I look for what I think people are looking for. The reason why I think some of these entertainment things are not working is because some of that stuff is seeping through. I'm not talking about jeans or logos on shirts. That's whatever. But just societal issues coming through, and at the end of it you go, wow, they really showed us, they really highlighted something. I'm not sure that is what people are paying money to go and see when they want to be entertained. That's
so
what I'm saying.
You don't want a whole statement from the Green Party after a James Bond movie as being shown to show how how much all the bombing and the burning and everything else.
Right. He wants Willy Wonka.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to watch about climate change in a James Bond movie.
Right.
No.
Right. He wants Willy Wonka.
I know
he wants Larry David. He wants Curb Your Enthusiasm, because they're just, as my one friend would say, it's 30 minutes to a 2-hour mini holiday. You don't want to think about anything. You just want to sit there and be entertained like you used to be entertained a million years ago. Everything now, to Roll's point, is a political statement, a environmental statement, and this, nobody just goes, let's just go to the movies and have a good time. Now it's because of AI. Everything is like AI is going to kill us. Okay, it's going to kill us. Who gives a shit? Next. Enough of the global warming. We already know it. Next. So it's a whole thing.
Do you remember there was, I can't remember, there was an actor called Corey Haim, and there was something about driving, and they were teenagers. It's going way back, and he had a little Jeep, and it was just some little rom-com relationship thing, and there was a misunderstanding, and blah blah blah, punch up, boom. It was fantastic. It was easy. It was lovely. It was great, and that's what, for me, I'm just speaking for myself. That's what I would like to see. If it's a Top Gun movie, we just go in and we save the guys. We get out. We don't stop for a minute and look at the.
You're talking about the movie. Wait. You're talking about License to Drive. Is the movie you're talking about?
License to Drive. But what I'm saying is, I want to watch a movie where the hero goes in. We save the guys, the troops that are being holed up. Right. We bring them back. But what I don't want to see is, I don't want them to stand on the tarmac or whatever, the runway, just about to get into the jet, and they look across and they see the clouds and they go, I think they're seeding the clouds. Oh, for the love of God, just fly away. No, we don't want that. Don't do that.
You'll be happy to know that Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills. Wait, David. You'll be happy to know that Beverly Hills Cop 4 is coming out with Eddie Murphy sometime this year on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard that.
The positive to that is, I'm sure there's no political statement. It'll just be Eddie Murphy, and I'm looking forward to that.
What about America's absolute gems that they loved? Hollywood lived on westerns. Is that entertainment, or is it just old-fashioned racism and genocide?
Yes, it's both, and that's what we like in America. We all like old-fashioned racism, genocide, and entertainment, all in our westerns, so we can kill everybody and the white man lives. I mean, come on, welcome to America.
Yeah,
we stole the land. It's no secret. I mean, it's not like we're keeping it a secret. We even have a game we play every Sunday called football here. That's a land acquisition game just to celebrate the fact that we stole the land. So, I mean, come on, we know who we are.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny enough. I had a really enjoyable meal last night, which had some baked beans in it. But so it reminded me later on in the evening. Wait for it. Of Blazing Saddles. So I had a good chuckle.
There was a great movie, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, because that's all about flatulence. So that's something that's very
near no political statement at all.
So how do you feel? How do you feel about Star Wars? Where's the political?
Which one?
That's a Western.
Which one?
A Western. It's a Western again.
Yeah, it's a Western.
Empire Strikes Back. Probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I liked Star Wars.
It's got Nazis
for what it was. It was fantasy.
All Nazis.
Yeah. Forgetting the Nazi with the stormtroopers and everything, I just thought it was entertainment. It didn't really make a political statement. It's like there's rebels, there's this, there's that.
Darth Vader was black.
He was James
Earl Jones. But was he?
He was a machine.
Was he?
Well,
you took him in that and he was David Prowse.
Yes,
But he
but
sounds
his
like
voice was
James Earl
James.
Jones.
And his voice was James Earl Jones. He was
Have
he
you
was a mix.
have you ever seen
He was a lot-
the scenes? Have you ever seen the scenes where they use David Prowse's voice?
Yes.
Have you ever seen
Yes,
those?
I've seen those. It was hysterical.
What's
But he was-
extraordinary about it is
Yeah.
I mean, he's just as imposing, very tall,
Yep.
all of that, but all the presence is gone. It's the same scene, and then all you do is you add James Earl Jones's voice.
Yeah.
The plans to which you refer. It all just suddenly. Oh my
All
God!
right. So what are you saying now
Honest.
then? If you have a deep voice from someone who's of a different color, that's threatening. Is that what you're trying to say?
Not
I
about
don't think anybody
color.
really. I don't think anybody at the time even knew who James Earl Jones was, whether they knew
They
he was
didn't.
black or not. I don't think anybody cared.
No.
But the
They
weightlifter
couldn't see.
who they got
They couldn't
wear
see.
the costume, he was a big guy. But when he spoke, because of the steroids, he had a little penis, and they're like, "Hi, I'm Darth Vader." We're like, "Listen, Mickey
Yeah,
Mouse."
he
not
was
steroids.
already a star in the UK because he
I know.
used to be the Green Cross man, and he used to come on in this green cape and everything like Superman and show kids how to cross the road.
Whoa! He's not a priest. Calm down. But yeah, James
Yeah.
Earl Jones made Darth Vader, and I think that's and that's
Darth Vader.
it's the best. It's the best. He made Darth Vader.
Dark
Love
helmet.
it.
Dark helmet.
We had Dark
Dark
Helmet. Mel Brooks, Spaceballs.
No.
Love that.
Yeah, we're
Look,
not going down.
I think-
No
I think in-
no hashtag dark helmets because it's going to take our public.
Look,
voice
I
somewhere
think.
completely different.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, great. Can I just say,
just ignoring you.
in any well, I don't know if it's the connection. We've got undersea cables that are broken again, so I wasn't sure. In any thing is, any kind of drama or theater is going to reflect society. It will bring people in. That's fine. So if you have things that kind of are reminiscent of Nazism or whatever, it is there, like the stormtrooper, as you said, or whatever. But I think so. It's okay if society, to some extent, or the world we live in, is reflected in the drama. The problem I think that a lot of people have, and I'm patronizingly speaking for lots of people, the ones that are not really going to the theater anymore and so forth, I'm speaking for them because there have been comments that, I don't know, movies they're not doing as well as they were. People are looking for alternative forms of entertainment. And I'm saying they're just looking for basic raw entertainment. They want to just some escapism, the word being escape. They want to escape their reality. This is why people take all kinds of things to escape. They don't want to be reminded. So when you either drink or you shoot or you watch a movie, you want to get away from reality. That's what you want.
Is that not the key then?
To be.
Is escapism not the key for the Kardashians, the success of the Kardashians then?
Well, okay, I didn't say it wasn't, but we didn't get onto
I'm
possibly. You made me onto something. It's utter bullshit. And as my wife alluded to, she said, people just want to watch someone else with a shittier life. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not saying that they don't have
a big
something.
audience then, if that's the case.
I'm not saying they don't have something. I'm saying, what is it that they have? And maybe that is what they have. Maybe they have an ability to help people just go, look how dumb they are. Right. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Look how stupid that guy is. Let me watch some more. Let me buy some stuff. I don't know. Right. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's their skill. Maybe that's what gets them to the podium. Maybe we just all need to be more stupid. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
dumb.
That doesn't work for me. I think part of your point. I think part of your point is people do dumb it down, and I think for a large part of the population, dumbing it down is the way to do it. For another part of the population, I think dumbing it down doesn't do it. So the advertisers are going where the money is. It's to the dumb it down side, because the people that are more analytical, that are going to think things through, they can't do a 30-second like, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, oh, that's great, because they're going to still research and do. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think it's always been that way. The more dumb something is, like to your point about Jackass, the movies, people like it. It's dumbed down. When you have an intellectual movie where you have to think, people don't really like to go to it. Like Mel Brooks's Blazing Saddles is a perfect example of a movie that was intellectually stimulating, but it was hidden with a dumbed down theme so you can get everybody in there, and it's perfect. And that's a talent that's not here anymore. People don't know how to make a movie either, so you can dumb it down to get money.
I don't know if you'd be able to do it anymore like that without having the whole woke world over you, you know.
True. That's very true.
So
I will say to your point. So I've got a show where I create comedy things and so on and so forth. And now, without getting into detail, I'm going to be doing more of that because the radio show that I do is now going to be every day. It was just on the weekend while I was doing other things.
Congratulations, Rolt, on that.
Thank you. But it's a lot more work. And as I've started to write and think about what I'm going to create for the show, I used to do this many years ago, and I've gone into some of my archive material just to see where I was going, where my head was at. And it's astonishing that 15 years ago, the stuff that I used to write, there is no ways I could put that out now. No ways. There was a freedom of expression. There was, there was a freedom to write things like that, which I don't have right now. So the scope, like the comedic scope, if you like, has just gone, and it's almost, it's quite disturbing because I realize we definitely, as a globe, as an earthling species, have lost the ability to laugh at ourselves. We really do. And we're so worried. I had this thing the other day where I thought, it was a line I wrote down. Where was it? There it is. Okay. It's almost as if tolerance, the pursuit of tolerance, has bred intolerance.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
We want to just make sure everybody is okay. And in doing so, we're intolerant of people who we've become so intolerant of intolerant. You know what I'm trying to say?
I got what you're saying.
You're making the situation worse.
Here's the good thing for you. You can do any of your jokes that are not politically correct in today's society on this show, and we don't give a rat's you know what, because our audience, our 62,000 subscribers, we love you all. They don't care, and that's why they tune into the shows that we have on our channel, because they know they're going to get the straight crap and politically incorrect and everything else.
One of the complaints about the woke people is they say, "Oh, we don't have a platform to say anything. There's nowhere we that we can express our opinion." Come onto the shows. Tell us.
We have 30 shows.
Can I tell you one, because it's reminded me of something. You use the word woke and all of that stuff, and I think that the rise of that has created a massive problem. People are worried, and I'm going to bring him up for you again, Steve, just for you. Okay. People are concerned about folks like a Trump, and they're concerned about things like Brexit and things that have happened in the world that have seemed very divisive. And all I can say is, when you shut down people's ability or to express themselves, even if you don't like what they say, if you become intolerant of other opinions, because that really, in my view, we were saying last time, what is it about Trump? Don't worry about Trump. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. The thing that you have to address is why he has become popular. And I'm telling you, this is why. I thought about this after our conversation last time, is because, and it's not just peculiar to America, it's Europe, it's here where I live as well. There's this need to shut people down with these weird, what you think are weird views. And the more you do that, the more you embolden them and you strengthen their position to the point where they are going to come for you just because you don't like what they say. And you are stopping them from saying what they want to say. And if you don't allow people to express themselves, even if it's hideous what they say, A, they're not going to stop, and B, they will find other outlets to express that, which may become dangerous and may express themselves in troubling ways. So we have to stop this need to shut people up, even if you don't agree with them. In fact, it's almost healthy in a way not to, because we need to learn how to disagree without attacking each other personally. And I think we've lost that. We've lost that ability. And people are pissed off about it. And that is why they voted for things like Brexit. It doesn't even matter whether they agreed with it. No one's going to tell us what to do. Europe's not going to tell us what to do. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter about facts. And you've got an election coming up there. We've got one here. And we're trying to shut people down all the time. And they're going to go, no, you're not shutting me up. I don't care if he's an idiot. I'm voting for him because he's not telling me to shut up. That's the problem. We've got to stop telling people. We've got to keep the dialogue. We've got to keep people talking.
Well,
even if you don't like it.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell everybody to shut up because we're back-to-back shows today, and we've got another one coming up ASAP. So, yeah.
You get fireworks?
Thank you.
No?
Thank you.
We managed to go our way through that. Fantastic.
I gotta try to get the fireworks back.
Yeah,
now, just so everybody's clear. There we go. Let's see if this will work. No balloons.
Because you've got a green screen. Because you've got a green screen.
Oh, the green screen. I never liked the green screen. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, just so everybody knows, Mr. Roll won't be here next week because he's taking a holiday. So he'll be back in a fortnight. And so in a fortnight, we'll have another Vaguely. And then he'll be here weekly, and you can hear his opinions. Please leave comments. If you want to be on the show because you think you have something to say, reach out to us. If not, don't forget to subscribe and like. Helps the channel out. Leave comments. We like reading them, or apparently David does. And you can catch us wherever you get your podcasts across the world, so you don't have to see our mugs if you don't want to. David, take us home. Roll, always good to see you. David, I'll see you in a little bit.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Roald Woods, Rob Vega, whatever the hell he wants to call himself, fellow. You know, this podcast thing, it makes him feel very important, and he's a difficult fellow as it is to deal with. So thank you so much for putting up with him, and do take care.